Hey everybody, it's Kerry. I'm here for the week ahead look for Sunday, December 14th through Saturday, the 21st. So, come riding together into the winter solstice. And when I was prepping for this last night, I was just kind of looking through the week. I got really excited, and I don't mean to sound dramatic, but it felt like, wow, like we're starting in one place on tomorrow, Sunday, the 14th, and by the 21st, we're going to be like in a whole different zone. So my eyes again are on the sign of Sagittarius there. We still have this setup going with Mars is in there. Mars is going to be in there until January 15th. And then, which keeps this kind of framework that I was talking about last week in place. Right now, Saturn from Pisces is aspecting into Sagittarius. And we've got Jupiter from Gemini is aspecting into Sagittarius, and Mars is in Sagittarius. Additionally, Mars is aspecting Saturn. So there is a mutual aspect going on between Mars and Saturn. I call this driving with the brakes on energy because Mars wants to push and Saturn wants to hold back and wait. So that is going to be going on until January 15th. I think I even mentioned in my forecast it's seismic energy. There's a lot of power with Saturn and Mars pushing at each other. So if you need to move big things, tap into that energy. So the other thing is that by the end of this week, you can see Sun, Venus, and Mercury are in Scorpio right now. By the end of the week, Sun will move into Sagittarius and also Venus. So by the end of the week. The other thing is that we've got the new moon coming this week, which will happen in the very, very early Sagittarius, like just as the moon comes over, it'll join up with the sun. So, and in addition, we have the winter solstice coming up. So every year, especially in the Northern Hemisphere, I'm a Northern Hemisphere person. It's winter here. We have this, I think of the winter solstice as new sun. Like we have a new moon every month, but I think of winter solstice as a new moon. So it's like, to me, a reset button. There's disagreement about when does a lunar cycle start. Some people think that the lunar cycle starts when the new moon is happening, and it culminates, gets big when the full moon, and then it starts again at the new moon. Other people see the full moon as the beginning and end of the lunar cycle. I'm just going to stick with the new moon. It feels right to me. So for me, having a new moon at the winter solstice, it's like having a new moon and a new sun all at once. So with that happening and Venus coming in and all of the energy going into Sagittarius, I got all inspired last night. I'm like, ooh, I could make all the I could finish up all the things this week and then go into my new, thrust of action or whatever. So maybe that works for you too. So anyway, all right, let's look at the chart. We're looking at, this is Saturday. This is today. Hi, it's Saturday the 13th when I'm making this. And I'm just going to click us ahead a day. But first I'm going to make sure I'm on a day, which I was not. So, all right, so this would be Sunday. And you can see that the moon is at 29 degrees 18. I'm always looking around sunrise, which is, I think, of the beginning of the day. So minutes later, right, the moon is going to move into Libra. So think about the moon in Libra, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we have the Scorpio. And then Friday, Saturday, it's going to be Sagittarius. So the moon in Libra, we're talking about Sunday and Monday. It is receiving, it's getting into that zone of the air signs. Libra is an air sign ruled by Venus. And Libra is great for connecting and networking and all those kind of even thinking and being tossing around ideas. And all of the air signs right now are super active because of Rahu and because of Jupiter, both being in air signs and both having the ability to aspect the other air signs. So Sunday and Monday could be creative. I, again, like it when the moon doesn't have other planets with it. So Sunday, Monday looks pretty good for getting things done. And brainstorming. And I would say the danger would be getting too many things on your list and thinking you can do too many things and then getting sidetracked and knocked off of your plan. So maybe, I know it's exciting, we're feeling enthusiastic because of that Libra moon energy, but also realize that the moon is waning, and as the moon wanes and gets to the new moon moment, it can be a little of an energy drain. So even though you might be excited about a lot of different ideas, especially at the beginning of the week, just be practical. You can't do everything. So there's that. All right, so this is Tuesday or Monday. So Sunday, Monday, moon is in Libra. Cool, 11/11 and in the 11th house. That's neat. So moon in Libra, again, same kind of energy, different nakshatra, but still getting that Rahu Jupiter. So I'm kind of grouping Sunday and Monday together because of that moon being in Libra. And again, remember, it's waning. Moon's getting smaller, we can't see it as much, and energetically, mentally, and physically, you can just feel tired. It feels like you're drained. So maybe set your week up so you don't have to do more than you can. So this is Tuesday going into Wednesday, so the moon will move over into Scorpio, but we can really see that Tuesday's mixed. It's going to be Libra and Scorpio. So Libra in the morning, Scorpio in the afternoon. Again, Tuesday might be a good day to get those things done too, especially in the morning, depending upon where you are. So that's that. Also, look, the sun moved on Monday. So which is actually the 15th. So sometime on the 15th, the sun moves over into Sagittarius. And I want to dwell for a minute on that border between Scorpio and Sagittarius again. That is one of what we call the Gandanta zone. Gandanta means knot or joint. And there's 3 spots in the zodiac where we have those Gandanta spots. And to me, they're like, it's almost like a permeable, like you have to really push through that zone. It's where a water sign meets a fire sign. There's 3 of those junctures in the zodiac, and they are known to be a little sticky. And it feels like when planets go through those spots, it's almost like giving birth. It's like a big push, and takes a lot of energy. People who have planets in those spots in their chart, that can sometimes show like where they easily get stuck. So this week we've got the sun going through that spot, and then Venus. So if it feels like to you that you're trying to, and especially because they are 2 creative planets, the sun and Venus, I think of them as creators. So if you're trying to create something, and you're trying to next level the thing, this could be a really good week for making those leaps and really pushing through and going for it and shooting for the moon, so to speak. So just realize that we've got a lot of energy going through a sticky spot this week. And so be creative, be patient, be brave. Okay. That is Tuesday. And here's Wednesday. So Wednesday, you can see the moon's joined up with Mercury and Venus in Scorpio. Sun and Mars are now in Sagittarius. Let's talk about that for just a second before Venus gets over there into Sagittarius. That's a lot of fire. A lot of fire. Mars and Sun in a fire sign, Sagittarius, aspected by Jupiter, who rules Sagittarius, aspected by Saturn, who likes to bring consequences. So there could be some hot and fiery energy. Figure out what Sagittarius means in your own chart, because we are all collectively coming up on some really big Sagittarius energy, because eventually Venus and Mercury are both going to be in there. We're going to have all 4 planets in Sagittarius on New Year's Day. So that's that. So Wednesday looks like a good day for cleaning up. I'm just going to say it. Looks like a good day for cleaning up, doing multiple things, getting a lot of different things done, using your creative energy, and maybe do some self-care too, because remember, the moon is waning and we're all getting tired and that kind of thing. So don't forget. All right, let's go to Thursday. This is the 18th of December. Moon is still in Scorpio. So Wednesday, Thursday, and into Friday, we're going to have that moon in Scorpio. Moon doesn't love being in Scorpio. It's the known sign of debilitation for the moon. So again, you might also be dealing with some emotional difficulty during this week. The moon in Scorpio takes you deep inside into the emotions. And with Mercury and Venus there could be assessment of relationships, assessment of communication patterns, what I said, what you said, and this hurt my feelings, and these could be discussions that come up as the week goes. So let's go to Friday. This is the 19th of December, and the moon is very late degrees of Scorpio, and look at the moon and Venus. They're getting close to each other. They're like gonna hold hands and leap across the border between Scorpio and Sagittarius. The moon will actually overtake Venus because it moves faster, but this is Friday. Friday is Venus's day. And normally we like to do fun, artistic, and social things on Fridays to honor Venus. With Venus in this position with a very waning moon, you might not feel like going out and doing anything with any of the people on Friday. So again, take care of yourself. Don't extend yourself socially too much. This is energy of going inside and really, meditating on what you want to create and what you want to leave behind. Because, hey, when we're going to leap over to Sagittarius and start doing big things, we can't take all of our luggage. So that might be another theme this week of feeling like I'm ready to move forward and I'm ready to grow and launch, but I have all this baggage. What am I going to do with this baggage? How am I going to clean this up? How am I going to let it go? Those could be thoughts this week. All right, so let's head over to Friday. Okay, so I'm not going to show you the exact moment of the new moon because it's going to take me too long to toggle. But this is Saturday morning. So the new moon is actually going to be on Friday evening. Or Friday sometime. So look in here. You can see the sun is at 4 degrees 45. The moon is at 10. And this is at sunrise on Saturday. So sometime in the night, the sun and moon join up, depending on where you are in the world. It could be day. Maybe you're in India. So that's the new moon. It's really on the 19th of December. And then the solstice itself comes on Sunday, the 21st. So as you can see, by next Saturday, a week from today, all the energy is shifted almost, except for Mercury, from Scorpio into Sagittarius. And I started out talking about how Sagittarius has got a lot of energy from Mars's presence and Saturn and Jupiter aspecting it. So now we've got this whole crew hanging out in Sagittarius. So that's kind of what I see as this week. I feel like we're starting the week today, tomorrow on Sunday in one guise, and then by next Saturday, we have the opportunity to really just launch into something else. But the problem is we can't take that luggage, right? You're going to have to sort things out, leave it behind, take the useful things with you and, fight for the things that are really viable, that you can actually really grow. Saturn up there aspecting into Sagittarius reminds us that everything dies, everything finds its end, everything has a meaning and a purpose, and sometimes it's over. And it's hard and sad, but we all have to deal with it, right? So as you're kind of creating this new thrust, which Sagittarius is very exciting that way. It's like, hey, let's go. We can grow this way. Saturn is just reminding us all that yes, we can, but we can't bring everything, you guys. We have to leave some things behind, and it's hard. But we're at the new sun and at the new moon. So by next week, we'll talk a little bit more about the solstice, which happens next Sunday. And otherwise, that's all I've got for you this week. I hope everything is good. I got a lot of feedback about me teaching, and I also put up a video recently of how do you decipher this. So I'll put a little link here so you can go take a look at that video if you want to start learning. My launch for 2026 is going to include a lot more teaching. So stay tuned, and maybe I'll see you in class. All right, take care, guys. Bye.